Hello. Okay. I just wanted to take a few minutes and share with you today why I do what I do and why I'm so passionate about it. For those of you that are new to me or don't know me, my name is Sheila Anderson, and I'm a certified health coach and a lymphatic expert. And I just want to share with you what led me to this journey. So growing up, I had a sister that passed away before I was born. My mom passed away when I was 10 months old. My brother passed away when I was 4, but it was all cancer related. And I lived my life, I've lost a lot of uncles, my grandparents, due to cancer, various types of cancer. And I grew up automatically thinking, well, I'm gonna get cancer too, right? And so I ended up having a cancer scare when I was 36 years old. 36, I think. Where my hair was falling out. I was sick all the time. I would pass out for no reason. Like, I kept going to the doctors. They couldn't figure out why I was so sick. And I ended up getting a lymph node that swelled in my groin, and they ended up putting me on I remember being on antibiotics for 3 months. It was round after round. And for those of you that have ever been on antibiotics, you know what that does to your body. Not only was I sick, then, my digestive system, started shutting down. It was a mess. But the antibiotics did not touch the lymph node. They didn't help. So then they sent me to a gynecologist because of the lymph node being located in my groin. They wanted me, because of my health history with so much cancer in my family, they wanted me to go and get everything checked out and, female-wise. So I went to my gynecologist, had all the tests done, everything came back fine, lymph node still swollen. So then my gynecologist refers me to a surgeon. He's like, given your health history and where you are, even though we took the lymph node and it's benign, they hadn't taken the lymph node yet. Sorry, he sent me to a surgeon to get the lymph node looked at. So I went, and they recommended removing the lymph node for biopsy. And I went that route. I was scared. Honestly, I had it in my mind that I had cancer. And they removed the lymph node, they did the biopsy, and it was benign. There was no signs of cancer, and I was so thankful. But within 2 weeks after that surgery, I started swelling. And the swelling was in my leg, my right leg. And I went back to the doctor, and the doctor told me, he's like, you have lymphedema. I'm like, what's that? And this was back years ago when Google just, it hadn't been out that long. I hadn't really been on, I didn't even have a Facebook account at this time. And, but he's like, you have lymphedema. I'm going to send you to a lymphedema therapist. I'm like, okay. So I left that doctor's appointment and I went, and of course, what do we do when they tell us something? We go look it up. And I looked it up, and man, I'm telling you, my life, I just felt crushed. And there wasn't a whole lot of information on it then, but what I had found did not look good. Then I go to my the therapist, and they just look, yeah, that's what you have, because you had this lymph node removed, and that can cause it. But typically having one removed doesn't cause it, but you're one of the unlucky ones. Yeah, okay. So they proceed, to go over everything with me. And I remember it as if it were yesterday. You know how there's some moments in your life and you just never forget? This was one of them. And she's like, yeah, you have lymphedema. There's nothing you can do about it. You're never going to get rid of it. You're going to have to live with it the rest of your life. We're going to prescribe you some compression stockings that you're going to have to wear 24/7. Then we're going to give you a garment that you must sleep in. We're going to order you a pump so you can pump the fluid off. You're not going to be able to lay in the sun. You're not going to be able to shave your legs. You can't get in a sauna. You're not going to be able to run. This is going to progress. It's going to get worse. And, yeah, we're going to send you, or we're going to have you come in too, to do bandaging, which is they taught me manual lymph drainage. So we're going to teach you how to do manual lymph drainage, and we're going to bandage you, do 6 weeks of therapy to bandage you to get the fluid off your body. Okay. I walked out of that appointment that day, and I was like, my life is over. My life as I knew it was over. And I went home, and at the time I had an 8-year-old daughter, but I went home. I was still working. I worked. After I get off work, I'd lay on the couch and I'd prop my leg up because I was scared to death that it was going to get worse, because that's what they told me. And I did this for 6 months. It was debilitating. I went to the doctor. I got put on medication because I was so scared of what, and it did swell. It got worse. And then one day, God was like, get up. You got to do something. You have a daughter that needs you. And it was in that moment that I heard from God, and I was like, I made a choice that day to get up off that couch. And I started going, I went to the chiropractor because I had some back issues, and she introduced me to essential oils. And that is where my journey began. I started using essential oils. I started looking into natural things to help my body. I took it upon myself to research and experiment with my own body things to help me. And not only that, the list of things that doctors told me I could never do, I set out on a personal mission to mark everything off that list of things they told me that I would never be able to do. Granted, it took me 12 years, but I am happy to say that from just my sheer determination and not giving up and believing and knowing that I am in control of my body, that I have the power to heal my body. And this past year, I actually ran, I ran a 5K first, and then this last year, I ran a half marathon. I did something they told me I would never be able to do. And granted, I understand that there are some with this condition that it's way worse. Trust me, I know I have some friends that deal with it far worse than I do. And, but I just want you to, the power of our mind is so powerful. What we say, what we believe is so powerful. But I just wanted to share why I am so passionate about what I do in the lymphatic system. Because another thing that I've learned is growing up with so much loss at a young age, feeling like I never belonged, feeling like my life, I don't know, like nobody cared. There was just so much trauma growing up. Then to, leading into marriages that weren't healthy and just all kinds of things that I have also discovered that when we are under a lot of stress, when we have a lot of things, like our lymphatic system doesn't function properly. And the lymphatic system is not something that is discussed about. There's not enough awareness. That is becoming more aware, but there's so much, like everything affects the lymphatic system. And I have learned this on my own journey of 13 years that I have lived with this. Every single day, every minute, every hour, that I am so passionate about teaching people the importance of it, how to get it flowing again, how to get it moving again, how to be still and allow your body to heal, that you don't need another pill, you don't need another whatever, that you, if you just take time and trust and believe that you have the power. And yes, there's things out there that can help you, but you, if you just decide, just make that decision that you're going to heal your body and you're going to figure it out. You can figure it out. But I just wanted to share that with you for those of you that are new to me or those of you that may not know, that that is where my passion comes from. And that is why I'm so passionate about it. And it wasn't until this year, when I went to visit my aunt in West Virginia, that I learned that all of the family, they had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which it surfaced in different parts of their body, but it always stemmed back to the lymphatic system. And it was just like an aha moment for me, because then it was like I could put pieces together of different things that people in my family even that are dealing with. My own daughter, you know, and it just, but I just want to help people, you know, understand the importance of the lymphatic system so they know and have the tools that they can use to get their health back so that their body can start doing what God intended it to do. So anyway, if you're new to me, welcome. I'm happy that you're here. And yeah, I also have a couple of groups. If you'd like to be in one of my groups, let me know. I have one where it's called the Epic Lymphatic System Program. It's where I'm doing a 12-week guided program, guiding you every day, giving you steps to do every day, learning different tools and techniques in a way that is not stressful. Literally takes 15 to 20 minutes a day, things that you can do, and it gives you a place of knowing where to start. So if you would like to join, let me know, and I will send you the information for that. But anyway, I'm happy you're here, and I hope that no matter what you choose, what you do, that you do something good for you today, that you realize and recognize that you are powerful and that you can change the trajectory of your life. You're just one decision away. Have a blessed day.